In order to listen to music from my iPhone, I used this Bluetooth adapter that broadcasts the signal onto a station on the radio. And it works great, not a problem with it. You can also connect a cable to it to charge your phone with it. But then I found out that this particular model has an auxiliary jack. So what I can do is actually take a Bluetooth device like this, plug it directly into the auxiliary jack, go here and switch to auxiliary, and that's actually a cleaner signal because it's not going over the radio. And after that I thought, you know what, I don't even want to charge my phone by having this port open here, because this looks so much better when it's closed, nice and tight. So I decided to put some hardwired USB ports on both sides and plug in, basically get the power from the back of this port here, and that way it's nice and neat, and I still can get a USB port coming out so I can have power for the phone. Now if you don't have this auxiliary jack, you still want to keep this closed and keep it nice, you can use the same method by wiring an extension from this cigarette adapter, and just wire yourself a cigarette adapter into the compartment here, or you can even put it back here. That way, if you're using something like this, it doesn't have to be plugged here. You can plug it in right in here by running the extension. What I'm going to do is add these two USBs to either side of the driver and passenger compartments. This is a Hardwire USB I ordered off of Amazon. I'm going to tap right into the cigarette adapter, and that way these two are available at all times when the car is running. To do this, I need to remove the side panels and this part in order to get underneath where the cigarette plug is. These are very easy to take out. I'm sure you've seen them in other videos as well. Just kind of loosen them and pull back. There's a clip that fell off. Good to go. This side as well. Alright, now we have to open 3 screws on the side here. It's the smaller screws. 1 right here, 2, and the last one's way up here. It's very easy to get confused and do the big ones. You do not need to open the bigger ones. In order to open this, we do have to bring this back, so you have your key in your pocket or somewhere in the car so you can turn it on, but you don't need to turn the engine on. What I like to do is go ahead and press the parking brake and hit this button twice, the start button, without putting your foot on the brake. At this point I like to put my foot on the brake just in case something does go wrong and the parking brake fails. Just a little extra safety. And you can bring this to neutral. Oh yes, you do have to take these cup holder lids off, which they just come off very easily. Now, go ahead and lift it, pull. This may have to go into drive, and you can also take this part and loosen it, because we're going to slide this right through. Okay, once it's released from bottom of the cup holders, you can turn this and let it up. At this point, put it back into park and you can turn it off. My foot was on the brake, so it turned on instead. So on mine, I already have this T-tap Spade wiring, I believe it's called, and the previous owner looks like they tapped into the cigarette adapter already, because they have power, a USB power ran here. I'm gonna go off the same ones. I'm gonna put a description on where you can get these. These just kind of go around the wire, and they self-strip and lock in, so you can get power out easily. And you'll basically plug into these. This one is going to be a positive, and the negative. Again, I already had these, but I do know where to get them. I'll put a link in there, that way you can get them as well. Very handy and make for a much cleaner job. Okay, I don't need these to be as long. Just cut them here. These are heat shrink, and in the middle they have the metal, so again, it makes it for a much cleaner job, and you can be sure that it's not gonna come out. So it's gonna be this one. Looks like they used this adapter before for the USB. Since I'm adding another one, I think it's best I cut this one off. And put these together. I think this should be good. Yeah, it's a good size, it fits. So I'll go with these on one end. Negative or black wire first. Make sure they're both in there. Now I think this is better to do with a heat gun or maybe a blow dryer. I usually just do this real quick. I'm not recommending you do the same. You can damage the wire. Okay, it's nice and neat. So I did look at the chart, and I know that the gray is going to be negative or ground. And we have the red, which is green and black on mine. Alright, it's all in. I think we need to just check and make sure everything's working properly. Moment of truth. I should have power here. I do. And let's use the cable for these. Yep. And this guy. All right, have power. I originally wanted to pull them out from the sides right here and just run a cable up, but I think based on looking at this, it looks like further up it's gonna be, there's a little opening here that I think is perfect. You can see my finger in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this here and pull one right from here, and then yeah, same kind of opening here. So I'll put this over on this side. This little box can just sit right there. Putting this back in, and now I can use the shifter, make sure nothing got disconnected, and okay. Put this back in park, and I need to adjust this a little bit. This needs to come all the way down, and it's in. All right, back in park. We're just going to make sure it hangs from underneath, and I'll add a cable to it later. So this side, just make sure that these are on there, and you just slide them back in. There we go. Yeah, I like them just being right there, very accessible. This here I've added for, in order to put this unit on. It won't stick to this. Obviously it's made more for glass, even though they claim that it will sit on the dashboard. It does not. These are just little 3M glue in the back. I'm actually gonna add a little bit more because it does still keep coming off. Putting this on so the phone shows up sort of like this. All right, again, we got the cable here. This goes in. Feels like this part is not in right. If this happens, just take it off and make sure the front parts are placed correctly. There we go. For this side, I went ahead and just pulled the cable out a bit and brought it around here, and that way I can use this same short cable so it's not in the way. If I don't want to use it, it's just gonna tuck away right here. This thing I'm not too crazy about. I've used extra tape, double-sided 3M tape, and it still feels like it's not holding that great, but it's working for now. I may come up with a different solution for it. Thanks for watching.